Well, my driving instructor recommended it to me, and I had a look, gave it a go, and I thought it was brilliant.
It's exactly what you're looking for. It's what every learner driver is looking for, just to be told simply how to do things with no confusion, without having to take on anything extra. You just play and it goes. It's exactly what you need.
On Main Street, Finglas, but we're going to take a right here now, so main mirror right, mirror signal right. The whole length of the Finglas Road, you've got a bus lane on your left hand side, but we're going to hold, keep going for now.
You had all the different routes for the different, that the examiners could bring you on. It was very handy, all the different manoeuvres that you need to know. Everything was talked through very simply and very matter-of-factly. There was no issues with it.
The footage itself, like, it's not just about learning the routes. You know, we have the instructor in the car who takes through all the techniques of driving, like when you should be slowing down, like when you should be indicating, when you should be looking in your mirrors, you know, that kind of thing, and it's perfect.
The main things that helped prepare me was on stuff like the turnabout and reversing around the corner. The two places that I was brought, I actually had seen on the site, and so kind of you pull up and you go, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen here. I've seen this done in the videos, and so you can just pass it.
Stop so we can see the wheels of the car in front. House lock everywhere else, nothing coming, so proceed. To Milk Grove Avenue. Now on my left hand side you will see
it also has test black spots that show you all the areas on the course, on any of the routes that could pose a potential problem and that people do make mistakes on.
They were something I was kind of worried about, because they're up there on the site and you're like, oh god, are there many of them?
Wait for a gap in the traffic and complete your turn if safe. Now if you're in the middle, and then just reverse back in a straight line towards Tallaght Village, building our speed.
The exact route that I had watched on the video that morning came up in my driving test, and I knew all the problem areas, all the places that had made mistakes, and everything had been talked through to me on that route perfectly.
It was fantastic. Up to the very last, up to the morning I did my test, I was looking at it.
Brilliant. Even things like the turnabout and things like that, we had the camera not only in the car but outside the car as well, so you could get the idea of how close to the curb you might have to be, and you know, just general like a third person kind of view of footage.
Couldn't have been more relevant with the bonnet checks, things like that.
Everything you'd need to know going into your driving test is completely laid out for you, and you know the exact route. You know where the issues are, anywhere you can make a mistake, it's all dealt with and looked after. So it's just down to you.
Now we're going to leave Rathgar Test Centre and we're turning to the right. Be careful of cyclists and pedestrians. Towards the corner. Keep your speed nice and slow. There's no rush on this manoeuvre. Now we're about to start turning in.
Also, because it's visual and it's like you're being taught there and then, right before you go on your test, because it's visual, you remember it better. So like tyre checks, kind of small things like that, you remember exactly what to do and how to say it. It's so relevant to every small part.
It's like revision, you know, it's what you need to do. I mean, it's like any, you know, if you're reading like your main books in school and then you come home and you read an extra revision book, that's how you help pass tests, and so that's kind of what this thing is like.
Okay, the light's changing again. Centre mirror. Now an alternative start to your test would have you coming from the shop.
The information I got from the website was priceless. It allowed me to combat any kind of problem I had.
The only thing obviously that I can't do is physically be there with you.
Excellent.
Insightful, how come it hasn't been done before?
A great assistance.
I found it even more beneficial than a lesson for a fraction of the price.
Extremely useful.